In 6.2, we're going to talk about interest. We have both simple and compound interest. And this is money that's paid or charged when you deposit or borrow money. So if you have money in the bank will pay you interest. If you borrow money from the bank will charge you interest. And it's your way of making money or their way of making money. So they're paying you to use their money or you're paying them to use theirs. Simple interest is just paid on the initial amount deposited. Or the amount borrowed. So simple interest means that if you go in and you borrow or you put $1,000 into the bank, let's say, and you're getting 3% interest, every year you'll get 3% interest on the $1,000. That $1,000 is called your principal, and the term is the length of time in years, okay, over which the money is deposited or borrowed. So this interest rate is also often expressed per annum. That means per year. It says there. And this is the formula for simple interest. So we have interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the term or the time that it's in there. So amount of interest, P is the principal. This is a decimal. So remember if you had, say, 4% as a decimal, that's 0.04. Okay? If you have 3.75%, 0.0375. So whenever we're writing a rate, it has to be written as the decimal. So you're usually going to be given the rate as a percent. You have to convert it to a decimal. To use the term of the investment or loan, so the amount of time that it's there, and then to find out how much it's worth at the end. So say you invested $1,000, so that would be 1,000. Your rate times your term, that'll give you the amount of interest you'll get. Well, you still have that $1,000. You add the interest you get, and that'll be the amount. That's how much you have at the end. Okay. So let's look at example 1. So you'd like to invest $5,000 in an account that offers simple interest. So simple interest, that means I equals PRT. We're going to calculate how much investment would be worth at the end of the following rates and terms. So you invest $5,000, that's our principal. So remember, we're going to be using I is equal to the principal times the rate times the term. So here the interest is going to be equal. We're just going to count how much it would be worth at the end. So we're going to be using that, and then we're going to be saying how much is it worth at the end. That's the amount, is the principal plus the interest. Okay, so we're charging 3%. First of all, the principal is $5,000. The rate is 3%, so we have to move that decimal place over 2. So it's 0.03, and the term is 2 years. So you can throw that into your calculator, and you have 5,000 times 0.03 times 2, and you get $300 interest. And then the amount is equal to the principal plus the interest. So you're going to have $5,300 at the end. Okay. Well, here we've got 3.75% per annum over 4 years. Okay, so again, it's the interest is equal to the principal, still $5,000. The rate is now 0.0375, and the term is 4 years. So again, 5,000 times 0.0375 times 4 gives us 750. So at the end of 4 years, you'll still have your $5,000, but you have an extra 750, so you've got $5,750. Now the last one, we've got 1.75 per annum over a 15-month term. Okay, so this is per year, 15 months. Well, how many months are there in a year? There's 12. So this is 1 year and 3 months. Okay, so you got to be careful watching what the unit is here for our time, because we have to change it to years. So it's still $5,000 for a principal. Our interest rate is 0.0175 months, we can just say it's 15 divided by 12. You could do 15 divided by 12 and put it in there, but then we're rounding in here, so we may as well just leave that like that. So 5,000, or might be rounding in there, I should say. In this case, we wouldn't be. But then we do times 15 divided by 12, and we get that it's $109, and it says 375. Well, that doesn't work. We don't pay partial cents, so it would be $109.38. Now the amount is still the principal, which is still $5,000. We add our interest, and we get $5,109.38.